If I had to pick one single Metallica guitar solo as an example of best traits of Kirk Hammett's style, definitely it would be The Struggle Within. First of all, it goes like this. Alright, let's break it down section by section. This solo starts on the pentatonic scale, box 1, key of E, 12th fret. This is the note E, 12th fret, I would say augmented with a bend on the second string, fret 15 up to 17. It's not an actual unison bend, it's more about alternating the bend and the actual note on the 12th fret. So, it goes like this. If I slow it down, there is a little rhythmic motif in here, so just pay attention to it. This one is longer, the entire thing is. Then, bending from A to B, 17 up to 19, first string. We bend, release, and bend again. Like this. Down to the 7th position, 7th fret. Second string, frets 7, 8, 10, F sharp, G, A. We have a sequence of hammer-ons. From the recording, we mainly hear the A. There are these two notes before the A. They are a sort of grace notes, so to speak. Technically speaking, pay attention to be as light as possible with the fretting hand. The less effort, the better result. Then we have a very interesting phrase. This one blends hammer-on, pull-offs, and open string technique. This is actually pretty hard, I would say. It's not, at least for me, it's not instinctive at all. Then, frets 9, 7, open string, E, D, G. Then the very same pattern on the 4th string, 7, 9, open, B, A, D. Then, G to E. Frets 5, 7. If you want to spice up a little bit the ending of this phrase, just play this micro bend on the G. Very bluesy, very in the context of the solo. Hey, if you are new here, welcome to the channel. I am Riccardo Gioggi and I help guitarists break through technical barriers, actually understand what they are playing and discover their own voice on the instrument. If you are into these topics and if you resonate with all of these concepts, take a second to hit the subscribe button. Thank you. And now, back to the content. Then we reach the sort of little Yngwie Malmsteen moment, even if slower than Yngwie Malmsteen himself. We have this pivoting lick. If you are not familiar with the pivoting technique, basically it's alternating a series of notes with one fixed note. Usually it's the highest. Let me give you a quick example. You got the idea. Kirk Hammett's pivoting lick is... Oh, you probably know this. Sometimes I play with the hybrid picking technique. It's just natural for me. You don't have to do it that way. I don't think Kirk Hammett does it that way. No, let me rephrase this. I'm totally sure he never used hybrid picking. It's just comfortable for me. So if you are like me, feel free to use it. If not, just use the pick or whatever technique makes you feel more at your ease, more comfortable with the part. Then we have a pretty interesting descending lick. This is very instinctive. Quick note on the gear I am using for today's lesson. You probably have seen her before. This is my 1993 Gibson SG. This is a fantastic guitar. I love her to death. It's basically all original, besides the knobs. This guitar goes straight into the Red 7 Leviathan preamp. And if you like the guitar tone I have today, and maybe you feel like shopping, this is a discount code for the Leviathan preamp. It's here, of course, and also in the description box below. Besides that, the Dario strings and cables, and my Dunlop Crybaby wah. Now, in this moment, we are in the key of G. And Kirk plays something very interesting, a bit weird. I really like it. We have this G dominant triad. We are playing major third, perfect fifth, minor seventh, B, D, F natural. Frets 16, 15, 18. Right? What he does is playing these notes, the second string, shifting them down a half step, keeping the note on the third string as it is. So, or without hybrid picking, I suggest to use the most economic picking you can. It's more economic, easier, faster. Then a bending from F to G, second string fret 18. Then he moves down to the G minor pentatonic with this very rock and roll lick. Pay attention to the finesse here. It's not a B flat, it's not a B natural, it's somewhere in between. This is very bluesy. I know if I slow it down, it's so horrible, but in the context it makes total sense and it's very pleasant to hear, at least for me. Then, Kirk engages the wah pedal right now. The entire song moves in the key of F sharp, so it goes into the box 1, 14th fret. This is mainly about double stops, box 1, typical pentatonic phrasing. This is it. Very fun to play, very effective. Not very complex, I would say, but who cares about complexity? I mean, it's more important to me to play cool ideas and be creative. Sometimes very simple ingredients are exactly what the song needs. Then, the song goes in the key of G again, and then we have probably the most shred moment of the entire solo. Again, box 1 pentatonic, G, 15th fret. And we have a very, I would say, cliché, a very typical pentatonic lick. This is the actual seed of this phrase. That's all you have to learn. Then you repeat it, and so on. So, the solo goes blue note, flat 5, interesting. Then he plays 3 times this B flat, 15th fret, 3rd string. The entire thing is, as I was saying, in the box 1, except this little digression, that's box 5 of the G minor pentatonic scale. He kinda just exits for a brief moment and then goes immediately back to the box 1. Then, 3 unison bends, G, 15th fret, and then bend from F to G. You just play those 2 notes simultaneously. Then a very cool idea, artificial harmonic. That's pretty hard to reach because, you know, you have to play the artificial harmonic around this area. So that's the fret. And let's see if I nail it at the first attempt. Yeah. This is it. 3 artificial harmonics. The spot is very tiny here, so you have to be super precise in playing the artificial harmonics in the right exact spot. On this guitar is around here, I would say at the end of the neck humbucker. But if you use a 25.5-inch scale guitar, it's around this area, but not exactly in there. It depends on the instrument. You just have to find the right spot on your guitar. And this is it. To me, this is the most interesting, very aggressive yet melodic, a bit weird sometimes, pretty challenging metal solo. This one is actually in my top 5 of the best guitar solos ever. I love the song, I love the album, I love the band, of course. And if you got up to this point, you love Metallica at least as much as I do. Subscribe for more guitar lessons. Feel free to leave a comment and to let me know if there is some specific guitar solo you would like to learn. That's all for today's lesson. I am Riccardo Gioggi and I'll see you next week with a new one. Bye!